Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this edition of our summer webinar series. My name is Lincoln Till, and I'm the Assistant Director for Orientation in the College Programming and Orientation Office. Today's webinar will be about safety and security here on campus, and will be mostly presented by our Department of Safety and Security, which I will pass over to in just a couple of minutes. They'll be talking about the different safety and security measures and initiatives on campus, and at the end, we'll have a time for Q&A. There's a box in the bottom corner of your screen. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in there at any point throughout the webinar, and we will try to get through answering as many of those we can, either through chat or live later at the end of the webinar. And yeah, so now I will go ahead and pass it over to our Department of Safety and Security.
Hi, my name is Patrick Roth. I'm the Senior Manager of Safety Communications here at the University of Chicago, and I'm joined by Officer Gilberti with the University of Chicago Police Department.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Officer Gilberti with the Department of Safety and Security. I'm going to present to you a safety presentation. First of all, I'm going to go over the outline, what we're going to present to you on the next slide. So this is our outline for today. We're going to go over an introduction to the Department of Safety and Security, resources for your safety, which include UChicago Safe App, transportation, campus safety ambassadors, police, our partnerships, the UChicago Help. What can you do to stay informed, take steps to stay safe, engage with us, community relations, and UChicago Safe, and how to contact us. So this is a little bit about our Department of Safety and Security at the University of Chicago Police Department. The Department of Safety and Security is comprised of several divisions designed to create a holistic approach to safety on the campus. The ones that are most visible to the campus are, we have campus safety, the security system safety ambassadors, and we will be going over that in this presentation, University of Chicago Police Department, and transportation and parking. Other divisions plan for emergencies and coordinate with other local agencies to create a safer campus would be the emergency planning and the environmental health and safety. So Pat's just going to go over some resources with you.
Yeah, the first resource to go over is the UChicago Safe app. This is a great app to download, and I'd encourage everybody, whether you're a student or a family member here, to download this. Quick, easy way to get safety information at the tap of a button. This is the app we use to send out push notifications in the event of sort of campus-wide emergency, which we call C alerts. We also send out push notifications for crime notifications that happen within the UCPD extended patrol area. Gives you opportunity to call UCPD very quickly or the Chicago Police Department, and has some great safety resources like a friend walk, a mobile blue light feature, links to safety resources we have, and information about transportation options that are around campus in the city of Chicago as well. And here's a QR code, so you can download that with either iOS or Android. The other safety resource I want to mention is UChicago Safe on social media. I run these accounts. Strongly encourage you to follow them, and not just because it's my job to say so, but we're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We provide information regarding the safety resources that we offer at the university, transportation options. It's also where we would post in the event of some sort of emergency communication thing on campus. What that could be, something like severe weather that might be affecting campus operations, or some other sort of emergency on campus. And here are QR codes to follow us. I still call it Twitter, by the way, because I'm old and I'm too stubborn to change calling it something else. Also want to go over some of the transportation options that we have. The University of Chicago has a ton of transportation options that are available to students, and you can find more information on our website. The first one you should know about are UGO shuttles, which run day and night. They are free for students to ride. They go around the University of Chicago's campus and also some neighborhoods. We do have a shuttle that goes to our downtown campus as well. And a lot of students who are graduate students will actually take that to commute to and from our Hyde Park campus. We have partnership with the CTA to offer transportation options to get all around the city of Chicago, including some of the suburbs. Ride Smart by Via is one of our probably our newest and favorite features amongst incoming students. That runs, students have access to free rides in and around UChicago's campus and the surrounding neighborhoods. from 5 p.m. to 4 a.m., 7 days a week. So as long you can always take advantage of that. You can also find information about shuttles, the routes they go, and if there's any delays on Passio Go, which is a app as well. You can download that in the App Store. And we also have a YouTube video that shows and highlights all the transportation options that we have available. We can share that at the end of the presentation as well.
I mentioned this earlier about our campus safety ambassadors. They're a very important component of our department. They're assigned to exterior locations throughout the campus area. They provide directions and information about campus. They have high visibility uniforms, as you see there, with a bright vest that identify them as members of the campus safety team. They're trained campus security authorities and they supplement us, UCPD, through foot patrol and safety escorts, and they help serve as deterrents to crime on and around the campus area. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our police department. We're a full-time, fully sworn professional policing agency. Our policing services are rooted in community and prevention. We have dual accreditation by the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. That is CALEA, an International Association of Campus Law Enforcement Administrators, and that's ICALEA. We're trained and certified by the state of Illinois. We have investigative and response jurisdiction over campus. And our services include the following, which would be patrol division, investigations, community relations and police athletic league, our school resource officers, our strategic operations center, major event planning and dignitary protection. We also have victim and witness services. I'm going to talk to you now about our jurisdiction area. We have an extended patrol area. We work with Chicago Police. They are our partners to provide preventive presence, and we promote a faster police response for emergencies in Hyde Park, Kenwood area, and Woodlawn neighborhoods to reduce emergency personnel response times. Campus safety and community policing services available. We provide escorts and residential security assessments. You can always contact UCPD, but some investigations might be led by the Chicago Police Department, even if they occur in the UCPD Extended Patrol area. Our boundaries are from 37th Street to South 64th, East Lake Michigan, and West Cottage Grove. The university partnerships in UChicago help. The University of Chicago has a robust set of systems and practices that support and care for students and members of the university community. The university systems are collaborative and geared towards student success. Wellness are resources to help you succeed in daily life. If you feel you need additional support, there is UChicago Help. With that UChicago Help, we care. We have a Dean on Call program, student case management, bias education and support team, well-being checks, behavior intervention team, and high-profile event assistance. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Dean on Call program. The Dean on Call is the university official responsible for providing referrals, information, and support to students during an emergency. The Dean on Call will monitor an incident to make sure that adequate support continues even after the incident passes through case management. We partnership with the Dean on Call program with UCPD and campus and student life to help students after an incident. The on-call is 24 hours a day and it's 7 days a week. Student resource after a traumatic incident or crime. They connect students with possible resources for housing and legal assistance. They connect students with academic resources, help monitor and respond to protests, and assist with well-being checks and mental health emergencies. And there's also a sexual assault Dean on Call at all times. Contact the 773-702-8181 and request a Dean on Call. That 773-702-8181 is University of Chicago Police Department's phone number. You will leave a callback number and a Dean on Call will contact you. In a case of mental health emergencies, if you are concerned for yourself or another who may be experiencing a mental health crisis, it is okay to call for help. You may save a life. Members of the University of Chicago Police Department are trained in crisis intervention to know how to interact, intervene, and safely de-escalate situations with anyone who may need a mental health evaluation. Crisis intervention team training includes understanding signs and symptoms of mental illness and co-occurring disorders, and also recognizing when those signs and symptoms represent a crisis. If you or someone you know needs emergency police assistance due to a mental health related crisis, please call our number at 773-702-8181 and ask that a crisis intervention team officer responds. Clearly state that the crisis is a mental health issue, and a member of the Dean on Call program will also be contacted for resources.
So I want to
Stay,
go over.
go ahead, Patrick,
I
go
was going to
ahead.
say I'm going to kind of go over some of the ways that you can stay informed about things that are happening on campus that are safety related. The first is a C alert. This is our term for our emergency notification. A C alert is something that would require sort of immediate action and notification from people who receive it. Students are automatically registered to receive C alerts from the device you use for your two-way authentication. So, like if you're trying to access your email and it's asking you to you'll have to type in a code to get into that. So you guys will automatically get C alerts via text message at that phone number. C alerts will also be posted to UChicago Safe on social media. But even if you're not a student, if you're a family member and you want to receive C alerts, you can text C alert to 226787, and that'll automatically sign you up to receive C alerts. Security alerts are messages that we send about significant crimes that occur either on or immediately adjacent to campus. They're deemed to be significant and represent a threat, but they do not require immediate action. Anyone who has a UChicago email address will automatically get a security alert when that's sent out. It won't require any action on your part, like you won't have to, prepare for anything. It's just so you guys are aware of it. You can also find an archive of security alerts that date back to 2019 on the Safety and Security website. And we also post those on UChicago Safe as well on all our social media channels. And on our Instagram channel, you can actually see an archive of them as well. Timely crime notices are notifications about certain violent crimes that occur off campus, but within the UCPD extended patrol area and are reported to the UCPD to UCPD. You can actually see if on the previous slide, the UCPD patrol area is a wide area. It covers about 3.5 square miles. So there could be something that happens that is nowhere near campus or where you live, but you still get a notification about that. We also post an archive of those on the DSS website and onto UChicago Safe social media channels as well. In addition to the timely crime notices, you can sign up to receive a crime bulletin. This is an optional opt-in email. It's delivered each weekday except for university holidays and provides information about serious crimes that happen within the UCPD extended patrol area and are reported to UCPD. As if all that weren't enough, we also have the annual fire and safety report, which you can see every year. That includes our policies and procedures, includes some information about what would constitute a C alert, what would constitute a security alert, crime statistics for the year, and safety tips. You can also see every our UCPD daily crime and fire log, which would include every sort of interaction that the University of Chicago Police Department has, and if there was a fire that was reported on campus.
Now I want to go over how to contact us. As Patrick mentioned, the UChicago Safe app, that's a very good resource to contact us. You could do, you'll see the push button there, the icon there for emergency contacts. That will get you directly calling capabilities for the UCPD and CPD with the tap of the icon. The mobile blue light sends your location and calls UCPD, our dispatch center, and then you can report a tip. And again, there's the QR codes to download on either your app or iPhone. This is another way you can contact us. You'll see these emergency phones. They're on and around campus in our extended jurisdiction. There are about over 300 on campus. Many are equipped with cameras, as you could see in that photo right there on top. The communication it'll get you the communication with UCPD at the touch of a button. You'll see a red button there that you can contact us and can use in an emergency or to request an escort or directions or whatever you may need. Here's other contact information for you. Our address is 850 East 61st Street. Or you can contact us via email, cops@uchicago.edu. And then our phone number is a direct line. It's 773-702-8181. It's a little different from 911. 911 is going to get you directly to Chicago Police if you dial 911 on your phone. It's not going to get you to UCPD. So that's why we have a specific number there on the slide. And if it's a 123, if it's a campus phone, and then the red button on emergency phones, as I mentioned earlier, then UChicago Safe app mobile blue light phone, or UCPD numbers from the app that you can reach us. So now I'm going to go over some safety tips and engagement. Be alert and aware. Keep distractions to a minimum. Don't be distracted by your phone or by listening to headphones. I know that the new headphones, they have blockout sound, which will not allow you to pay attention to your surroundings or the distractions around you. Report suspicious or potentially criminal activities to UCPD. Trust your instincts. If you feel uncomfortable, leave or seek help. Plan your route using well-lit and busy streets and let someone know where you're going. Keep your belongings safe. Don't leave property unattended. Keep valuables out of sight. Put away your phone, your jewelry, and any other expensive bags. Lock your bike to a bike rack using a U-lock on the frame and front tire. You could register your bike with UCPD, and also your laptop or any electronic device with UCPD. It's not a tracking device. If anything's lost or stolen, we recover it. We'll be able to get that back to you by registering those items. You are more important than your valuables. If someone tries to rob you, prioritize your safety. Don't fight to keep valuable items. When it is safe, call 911 or our direct line. Uh, Use safety resources when out and about. There's our number there. Report suspicious activity. Use the transportation portion of the UChicago Safe app to plan your route. Request a police escort if you'd like. And of course, this applies to our jurisdiction and our extended jurisdiction area, the police escort. If buying items from an internet marketplace, you could also utilize UCPD's lobby area as a safety zone to exchange items in person. There's also a community relations unit. There is a number provided to you. As I mentioned earlier, we will register your bicycle or electronic devices. That would include laptops, tablets, your mobile phone. Request a security presentation for your group. Take advantage of free fingerprinting services. And I believe that's it. Do we have any questions or concerns?
Alrighty, thank you both for sharing that information. We'll go ahead and dive into some questions that we have. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to please drop them in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen so we can make sure that we're answering everything that you have questions about. But to get started, our first question is, how do we activate the special nighttime rideshare program?
That's a great question. If you go to the VIA website, you guys, I believe incoming students will eventually get an email that'll allow you to download the you can download the app now, but there will be a code you get that allows you to start accessing the VIA rideshare. It's only available to UChicago students, and as I am not a UChicago student, I do not have access to VIA. So, but I can put you in touch with if you have any follow-up questions, you can message us on UChicago Safe, and I can put you in touch with the person who would know be able to answer them.
Thanks. Alrighty, let's see. Our next question, and this one was submitted in our Q&A. How safe is it to walk around in the extended patrol area?
This is something that safety is a state of mind, and the city of Chicago is a big city. Anything can happen anywhere in the world. I will say, just this is something that kind of is a hobby horse for me because I was born, raised, and still live on the south side of Chicago. The worst thing that's ever happened to me is being a White Sox fan. There's a lot of heartbreak and tears involved in being that, but otherwise, it's been a wonderful existence for me. So it's like anywhere in the world, something could happen. Um, Officer Gilberti, I think that you might have some more information about crime statistics and stuff like that. But just as a native Southsider, it's kind of up to you, and you should not don't limit yourself to not exploring the city. This is an amazing city.
Yes, if you go to our Department of Safety and Security website, you can look up any of the stats in the area. And also, I would highly recommend that you utilize the UChicago shuttle buses, the rideshare program, and also the safety escorts. We're a 24/7 service. We will provide safety escorts at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, if it's a block away, as long as it's in our extended jurisdiction area, in our immediate jurisdiction, we will provide that service. No questions asked. Just when you call for escort, just provide your current location and then your destination, and an officer will follow you to your destination. Um, like I mentioned, it could be any time of the day. It could be during regular work hours during the day or night. So we're 24/7 service.
Thank you. Alrighty, following up kind of on a safety side here, are there any personal safety equipment our students should bring with or buy, like pepper spray?
It's up to you. Um, I don't believe there's any sort of recommendation that we have on that.
I would agree, yes.
All right, easy enough. Thanks. Alrighty, can parents take the school shuttles when they come to visit campus?
That's a great question. I don't know. I know for orientation and convocation, we do offer go shuttles that are available to families that are attending. Um, I'm willing to bet you can, but don't quote me if a member from the press comes up to ask that. But I believe you can.
Great. Um, do many students bring their cars, and is there parking available for new students?
Um, You can visit our parking FAQ on our website under safety and security.uchicago.edu/transportation. We have some FAQs about parking. I believe first year students are not able to park in the garages. There's not a parking spot for them. But after first year, you could bring your car if you wanted to. There is street parking available. That's again, I always park my car on the street. I'm not going to tell you where I park because I don't want people taking spots that I might use otherwise. But nothing's ever happened to my car, so that's an option that's available to you as well. And if you really press me, I might tell you, but I don't want to exchange that widely here.
Great. Now we have a question about getting around the city. What is the app for using the L or the CTA?
Google Maps would actually be able to tell you like what what line to use and what routes you can do. The CTA does have the CTA trip planner as well, and that incorporates the Metro Rail that runs by UChicago as well. I just personally use Google Maps though if I'm trying to figure out what bus or route I need to take.
And I know there are some apps in the App Store that you can download for free that you could just plug in CTA Chicago, and there's a bunch of apps that you could definitely download for the buses and for the trains.
Yeah, it'll give you wait times, like how long you're expected to wait.
Yes.
Definitely recommend the CTA app. Very helpful.
It's a great way
All
to
right.
explore the city too.
It is, yeah. You can kind of just like put in the location you're looking for and
Hmm.
it'll tell you all the ways you can get there. Alrighty. What self-protection devices are students allowed to possess on campus?
I have no idea. That's a great question. Officer Gilberti, do you know?
I, oh, I am not sure about that. I definitely weapons not allowed on campus. Now, as far as pepper spray, is that what you're asking? Something like that? Or is it?
I would assume that's what it's asking about, or like something similar to pepper spray.
And I think the city allows that. I think the city of Chicago allows that. I know some cities don't allow that, but I think that may be something that would be allowed. Now, as far as on campus and in the residence halls, I don't know what's allowed in the resident halls. But for your safety, I believe you could carry pepper spray. And actually, what is it, bear spray or something? It's supposed to be really good. But I would
Yeah,
definitely make sure you follow the laws in the city.
and also we don't have a lot of bears on campus that you need to protect yourself from.
Yeah, they just say it's a stronger spray, but the regular pepper spray should be suffice.
Awesome. Alrighty, and just a reminder, everybody, feel free to drop any questions in the chat so we can make sure we're answering them for you. Next one, though, is for families and from them. What resources are available to parents and families, and can parents also download the UChicago Safe app?
Yes, parents can. And you should. So pretty much any resource that is available to students is something that would be available to um, parents and families as well, in terms of like being notified about stuff. So you can sign up to receive the security alerts that we send. You can sign up to receive the crime notices that we send. Um, it is the sort of thing where I think some parents, there is a limit to, how much they necessarily want to know. So like a C alert, for example, is something that if there's going to be a big, this has not happened in my tenure, but if there was going to be like 2 feet of snow and we had to cancel classes, we would send out a C alert for that. And if you're living in Los Angeles, you might be like, I don't need or want to know about the weather that's affecting Chicago. So it's kind of up to your discretion, but you would be able to be informed about all that.
Also, I might add that if both a family member and the student has the UChicago Safe app, I believe that the friend walk, if you both tap on that icon, I believe like a family member could follow you to your destination and make sure you get there safe. And then you can both, when you're finished with the that icon, you make sure you deactivate it. But that's a good resource to have if you want to maybe follow a family member to a destination. That friend walk is a good icon.
Great. Um, can you, just while we're on that, can you repeat how to register your devices to like sign up for either the C alerts or the app?
Yes.
So
So go ahead.
I was
Go
going to
ahead,
say a
Pat.
C alert, if you have the mobile phone that you will use for your two-way authentication, you will automatically get a text message that alerts you to any C alerts that we send. For a security alert, anybody with a UChicago email address will automatically get a C alert, or excuse me, a security alert sent to them. Um, a crime notification is something that is sent via the UChicago Safe app. So if you download that, you'll get those sent as well. And again, that's the sort of thing where that we haven't sent many crime notifications, knock on wood. But that is the sort of thing where that could be happening, something that's happening like, 3 miles away from campus. So some people might get annoyed by that. You can also follow us on UChicago Safe, where we'll post all those notifications as well. And if you visit the DSS website under the Stay Informed tab, that'll have the link of all the options that are available to you to sign up to.
Awesome. Thank you for that little refresher. Next is, do students have swipe cards to get into their dorms or other campus buildings? Are they like old-fashioned keys into dorm rooms? What does that look like?
It's a great question. I believe it's through card access, but
Yeah, I
like to
believe
get
that's
into
correct.
that would get you in, like into the hall. Certainly a dorm hall. I think it's a card access to get into your individual room. I don't know whether or not that's
The
just like
key, I think. I
it's a
believe it's the
key.
key.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Yeah, residence halls, just for information up on that too. You have all of the buildings are locked and you have like ID card access, and then it is like an actual physical key into your room itself. Okay, what do we have next? Um, okay, are there any direct transportation options available to to the airports other than just like taking a cab?
There is the CTA. UChicago does not offer any service to airports directly. So if you're coming in from O'Hare, you're going to want to take the blue line to Jackson. You would then transfer to the red line, take the red line to 55th. And at 55th, Yugo Shuttle will be able to take you to and from campus. If you're flying into Midway, by the way, biggest secret in the city, Midway is the better airport to fly into. Um, you could take you could take the 55th Street bus all the way to campus. or you could take the orange line to somewhere downtown, and that would transfer you either to the red or green line, and you could take that to 55th Street, also called Garfield Boulevard.
And the metro also comes out to the campus area, 57th metro.
Yes.
But you have to get that downtown, I believe.
That would connect you downtown. I think
Yes.
I think Ogilvy Station is the Metro
Ogilvy.
Electric. Yeah.
Alrighty. Another question. If my student has gone MIA, so like not responding back or answering phone calls, what can I do or what can they do as a parent and who can they get in touch with to check on them?
Well, we could
Uh,
do a well-being check. We could do a well-being check of a student. Usually we're accompanied by a dean on call to do a well-being check to make sure that student is okay. So definitely you can call the police department and they'll send us over there and we'll do a well-being check of the student if we need to.
and I think that you can also contact people in the dorms. I think
The
student
residents
serve.
had this.
Yeah, I think CSL has some ways that you can get in touch with, like if you haven't heard from a student, or even if you're just concerned.
Alrighty. We still have some more time. So again, we're still accepting questions if you want to go ahead and drop those in the chat. Another question for you. What precautions can students take regarding their safety? I know you kind of mentioned that a little bit in your presentation, but if you could expand a little bit on those tips.
Just be mindful, even going into like some of our buildings. You'll see some of them have key card access and some of the buildings are like locked on the weekends. Just be cognizant of who's behind you because maybe somebody's going to try and piggyback and get in there. Who knows for what reason. Could be a homeless person, but just be mindful and cognizant of your surroundings because somebody might be trying to piggyback. Also, secure your items. Your laptops, your cell phones, waiting at the bus stops, just secure your items. And then like I mentioned earlier, try not to have headphones on because they do block out sound and it'll distract you from your surroundings. Walk in groups, well-lit areas. If you need an escort, you don't feel safe, again, please contact us. No questions asked. We will escort you.
And just to piggyback off that, I'd say that, we say this all the time of being aware of your surroundings. And this is something I'm guilty of. We're like, I'll be listening to my headphones, listening to a song I really like, and not paying attention to whether or not I have the walk sign. So that's the sort of thing where it's just kind of like, oh yeah, I should probably remember how to cross the street. I learned how to do that when I was 7 years old. So stuff like that, I think, goes a long way.
Yes. And then following up on the escort options, how do they work? Is it UCPD's like following you? Are they giving you a ride? What does that actually look like?
We pretty much are following the student. So just because, yeah, you just contact our, whether it's the UChicago Safe app, whatever you need to do to get to our dispatchers, of course, with that number that I mentioned to you. Just tell them what your current location is. They will dispatch an officer out to your current location and we'll just follow you to your destination.
It's really easy to do in the if you once you download the app, there's a button there that you can press.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So it looks like questions are kind of wrapping up. If you have any final ones, go ahead and drop them in there. But to both of you, our guests, do you have any other final tip or like advice piece of information that you would like to share with incoming students?
Just use all the resources that are available to you. And definitely check out the UChicago Safe app and download it. There are a lot of resources on that app. They'll even give you the UChicago shuttle buses in real time, information about, I believe, the CTA buses. So there's just a lot of resources available to you. And if you need other additional resources, you can go to our website, the Department of Safety and Security. We'll also have resources for you.
I'd also say, just piggybacking off of that, one of the best things you can do is this is a really beautiful campus and it's great to walk around. So walk around campus, explore, kind of get an idea of where things are. Hopefully, by the end of your time here at UChicago, you'll have like a little hidden gem in Hyde Park that you like to go to get a cup of coffee or something. This is an amazing city. It drives me nuts when I hear people talk bad about it. I think every native Chicagoan has kind of got like a little chip on their shoulder where we're ready to, almost get into a fist fight about it. But it's a great city and a wonderful place to explore. So if you have the opportunity and if you can do so, explore not just Hyde Park and the areas around the university, but all the neighborhoods. There's so many cool things here that you can't have anywhere else. And I've lived in other cities, and there's a reason I came back.
And Chicago has a lot of sports teams, if you like
Yeah,
sports.
That's
and
true.
really choose the White Sox. It takes guts to do that. Anybody can be a Cubs fan, but it takes a special certain character to be a White Sox fan. And you're on the South Side, so you should be as well.
Alrighty, so it looks like questions have kind of wrapped up here. So thank you again to both of you for coming and sharing information with us today. And thank you to everybody who attended. Just a reminder, this webinar has been recorded and will be available on our website later. So just orientation.uchicago.edu. You can find this recording and all of the other webinars that we've had so far this summer. And have a fabulous rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks.